little Pendleton tonight.
Oh, God, I love Pendleton. You didn't tell me you had Pendleton.
I do have Pendleton. You want one? I can run down and get you one.
Just 2 fingers with 3 ice cubes.
That's what she said. That's exactly what she said, Ricky.
Dude, I'm telling you, Pendleton is my fucking favorite. I even have the Pendleton round. I go to the Pendleton Roundup solely.
Bandana. 3 ice cubes, 2 fingers?
2 fingers, 3 ice cubes.
What if I gave you 3 fingers and gave you the shocker?
Oh, with it on the bottom, like this, on the bottom.
Right. I'll go get you one. Hang on. That's right, Bikeaholics, don't ride without the Slide. Bug Slide, absolutely the best waterless motorcycle cleaner on the market. Bug Slide, tried and tested by the law-abiding biker crew. It is our number 1 go-to waterless motorcycle cleaner. Brian, right here in the studio, loves Bug Slide. It cleans, shines, and degreases his brand new 2017 Harley-Davidson Road Glide Special Milwaukee-Eight. He loves it because it removes bugs and other surface contaminants with ease. Use it on your motorcycle, car, boat, and more. Helmet shield inside of the helmet. You're good. Never need to wax again. That's right, because the release agent in Bug Slide contains a UV filter for added protection. Big Daddy, it's free of abrasive, safe on all non-porous surfaces. Yes, use it on your helmet, like I said, and it works on that Harley denim paint. We know it because we use it. Brian, right here, has Harley black denim paint. Used it today. We believe in it so much, we carry it in stock right in the Law Abiding Biker store, lawabidingbiker.com/store. Big Daddy Kane has it ready to ship to you direct right now. Help support us and get an awesome freaking product. What do you guys say we do this thing, huh?
Let's do it.
Love our patrons. Hey, Bikeaholics and listeners alike, the show is still going strong because of a lot of hard work and your support, of course. Thanks to all those loyal listeners and true friends of the show that have supported us or are supporting us. For less than a coffee a month, you can help support us too and put a little fuel in the law-abiding biker gas tank to make sure this show keeps moving on down the road. So, calling all law-abiding bikers, head over to our Patreon page and take action today. You can do so at lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon, Patreon. Oh, did I mention there's benefits too? From all your friends at lawabidingbiker.com, we appreciate each and every one of you. God bless and ride safe. Here we go, boys. Let's do it.
Take you on another wild-ass ride.
You know it, buddy. This is the podcast for the motorcycle majority, the Big MM, also known as the
99%ers.
Large and in charge of the motorcycle scene. More than any time in history, let us be heard. That's right. Making the law-abiding biker motorcycle scene great again, Rick.
Yes, it's always great to be the best.
It's magnificent. That's what we do, guys. We do have just one question.
Are you ready to mount up? Let's take you on another wild-ass ride.
Nice. With the pervert voice, too. That was sweet, dude.
Minus the mustache.
Minus the stash, dude. Here we go. Feel it. Oh, we've got some great stuff for you guys today. It's kind of just going to be a BS session. Pretty much what we do anyways, but a lot of times we have a lot of show notes. Anyways, we spent the day here. We got Brian in the studio here. Rick, of course, you already heard. We're going to talk about 2017 Road Glide Special Milwaukee-Eight, converting from Victory to Harley. And we did some projects, and I know we're going to get on side tangents because that's what we do. You better be ready. That's right. Welcome back. Ryan Erlacher here, your host of the Law Abiding Biker Podcast, and your
high-tech redneck.
That's right. You heard him right there. The guy, Big Daddy Kane, that runs the store, the Law Abiding Biker store. He's a smooth operator.
Yo, sweet baby girl, you're like a diamond in the rough. I got to admit, your face is a little tough. But shit, girl, I got a six-pack in, so jump on the bike and let the fun begin.
Dude, that was so smooth. What a stud, dude. I can't roll like that, dude. You're a gangsta like Buddy, dude.
Yeah, Buddy can roll.
Buddy's a freaking gangsta, dude. Big Daddy, thanks for being here. And of course, you know what? Here's the deal, Big Daddy. We don't have a song for Brian or a nickname. You were supposed to, didn't I text you about we need a song for him?
His,
we got nothing.
His nickname is Grunt, and it's multifaceted. It's not just because of his Marine Corps service, but it's also because he grunts when he's doing something kind of dirty.
Oh, I got to hear it.
Slow, leisurely Tuesday.
Grunt. I like it. We do need to find a song for Brian. He's going to be on more podcasts, so we got to get something for you, bro. I'm sorry. It's not a very good welcome, but thanks for being here, Brian.
Happy to be here.
Thank you for being here. Awesome, guys. And we've had a long day, and but we got a lot to talk about, so we're going to roll into it. I do want to mention Zero 3D, guys, has a wide variety of innovative products for your Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Affordable chrome lighting and comfort products. These guys ride and support riders just like you. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/Ciro, CIRO. All right, so we did have a big day, and Brian, like I said, has switched over from Victory to Harley, and we've already had an episode on that prior, and I don't remember what episode that was, but we talked all about, let me look it up here while we're talking, about Victory, or Polaris, I should say, shutting down Victory. Let me see. I don't know why it's doing that. And I'm just going to our website, guys, our very own website, and I'm going to search Polaris. I'm just going to search Polaris in the upper right-hand corner of every page, and it will likely come up. Look at that. Lab, episode 132, Polaris stops Victory motorcycle production. Is Indian next to go? And I did a YouTube video, which is on that too. And that video has like 100,000 views now. It was pretty big news. But anyways, we're going to talk a little bit about that. And of course, this episode brought to you. We love the community. We absolutely love it, guys. And we want to thank these people. Why don't you, who wants to do it?
We'd like to thank Michael Lang, Kevin Despat of Middleburg, Pennsylvania, as a top-tier member, and Gary Christian of St. John, New Brunswick.
Next
we have patrons times 3, David Farish of Cantonment, Florida, Dave Hoffman of Enola, Pennsylvania, and Pablo Calcerada of Crownsville, Maryland.
That's right, lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon, Patreon. Pledge a certain amount, purpose content, no risk to you because you can put a monthly cap. We appreciate the support. It helps keep this platform going. There are benefits, guys, depending on what level you sign up as. Take action. That is getting huge. It's what drives Law Abiding Biker Media. We're meeting up with our patrons, of course, when we go on trips out of state, as we did this year in Canada. Absolutely love connecting in the private Facebook group.
Yeah,
right.
Big shout out to Pablo. Pablo is now the proud owner of a Titan 1000 XLT.
Oh, nice.
Thanks to our video.
Nice,
yeah.
dude.
So he's gonna be receiving that next week, and so congratulations, Pablo. Those are the best lifts that we've found so far.
Yep, absolutely. We are a Titan lift distributor. Big Daddy Kane will get you a quote with shipping. Hit him up in the store. Look at the lifts. Big Daddy right there. I'm telling you, he'll take care of you. He'll give you the best deal he can, usually better than anybody else. And we'll get it shipped direct to you, Titan Lifts, guys. We are a distributor. Good to make the connection there, Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Because he sees all the names in the store, and just awesome. So let's announce a new free video, and we'll roll right into our main topic. Video, how to install a front fender and wheel on a Harley-Davidson, guys. It is lawabidingbiker.com/Harley/front/fender/wheel. Don't worry about it. Head over to our website, search it, front wheel removal or something, you'll get it. We've actually done 2 videos, but this is a new and updated. Yes, it is 100% free. How do we keep everything 95% free here? Well, it's because of our patrons, as I've already mentioned. They are the reason that we can keep so much stuff free, because they are supporting us financially to continue the efforts to help bikers worldwide. It is a biker revolution. Brian, let's just dive in. So let me set this up. Brian recently got a Harley-Davidson. It's a black, denim black, that matte black for some people. It looks like a primer. I used to have one when I had my 2011, that very color. And it's a 2017 Road Glide Special. It has the new Milwaukee-Eight, and he has done quite a few things to it. In fact, save probably your bill, I'm guessing.
Several $1,000s I've saved.
The bars alone would have been $1,600. And then we're going to talk about these individually, about pipes and air intake. We did a stage 1 and fuel pack 3 and all that stuff, and all that install would have been, God, I can only imagine. And what else, just briefly, and we'll break all these down, what else major have you done to it?
We did the bars, heated grips, new levers, mirrors.
Oh, yeah. You're talking... yeah.
The mid-frame air deflectors.
Right.
Today we did the new head pipes, the new 450 OS slip-on mufflers.
V&H, Vance and Hines.
The Harley
available
Stage
at
1.
www.lawbodybiker.com/store.
Vance and Hines.
Under Vance and Hines tab. I sell a bunch of them.
Yeah, we do.
Appreciate your business.
Yep, very good. And Rick
Keeps this studio looking like an actual professional studio.
exactly helps keep the lights on.
Yes.
And go ahead, Brian.
We did the Stage 1.
Talk directly in your mic.
Did the Stage 1
There
air
you go.
cleaner today, and the air intake, and the FP3.
I'm guessing your bill would have been about $7,000
Yep.
without, I don't know. Well, if we're talking product and labor, something like that.
Yeah, product and labor. And he's got the
He got all the-
Stage 2 stereo. We got the 4-point docking.
Right.
I mean, there's
Oh,
a
yes,
lot
yes,
of
yes,
stuff,
yes.
a lot of stuff that he's done to it that if a dealer would have charged,
Yep.
it would have been very expensive. So just the head pipes alone and the mufflers and the FP3, they would have charged him easily 8 hours at $85 an hour.
Yep.
I mean,
Absolutely. Easily.
and then that's not including like the shop supply fee and all that. So when we did it all, of course, a lot faster than they would, because when they bill it, they just bill it at their computer says this is 4 hours to do this, 2 hours to do this, 2
Right.
hours to do this. Of course, even filming, we've done so many header jobs of late. We've done mats,
Did he say he's done head jobs?
header,
Oh,
header.
sorry.
Yeah, you need to spend more time with your wife instead of recording podcasts.
One for me, bro.
We've been very lucky because what was it? 2 weeks ago we did the Bassani from Revzilla. Shout out to
Yep.
Revzilla. They gave us a set of Bassani
2x2.
2x2 crossover style that used the stock heat shields.
Yep.
And then we did Python True Duals, which Python is owned by Vance and Hines. So when he heard those, he liked them so much, we ended up getting him a set of Vance and Hines dresser duals, and they were absolutely fantastic. Even on that 17, super easy to install. But our video will make it easier for you, even for somebody who's never done it, and that will be forthcoming.
Absolutely well said. And of course, how did he do all this without taking to the dealership? Well, I'll tell you, number one, he's friends and he's a member here of Law Abiding Biker Media. But besides that, if he wasn't, he would be able, everything we did on Brian's bike is either available, most of it completely free on our YouTube channel, or it's one of our 4 purchase videos, like the handlebar install job, our 4 handlebar install videos you can choose from. lawabidingbiker.com/Harley handlebars. That will get you over there. No matter what bike you have, I guarantee we have a video that will suit you for your bar install. And then everything else you did, on our heated grips video would have cost you, so you'd add $60 in videos instead of $7,000 and whatever else mechanics fees. You would have been able to do it yourself with our videos, guys. Everything else we did, the pipes, the intakes, all that, all free. Yep, all free. Like I said, 95% free on our YouTube channel. So you too, and that's most of the emails we get from guys, is just unbelievable that there's nothing mysterious about Harley and that they can do it themselves and they don't have to eat it at the dealership. All right. Yes, Brian.
Another item, I used your videos and did the 7-pin install in my Road Glide Special as well.
Nice. And you guys don't think that? We do use our videos. In fact, I recently installed a, which I won't get in any deeper than a extended brake pedal on my 2014 Street Glide Special Karaoke. And we did that video a year and a half, 2 years ago, I'm guessing, on Lurch's bike. And before I did it, I opened the package, I threw the instructions away because I knew we had a video. I used our video. It's not like I couldn't have got through it, but I'd rather just watch a video real quick, our video. And then I was able to do the project in like a half hour because I knew step by step and I knew how we did it and the tips and tricks to do it quickest. I literally watched my own video, our own video on my iPhone before I attempted that install because I knew we had filmed it and I knew it was free on our YouTube channel. So there you go. Yes, it's like a catalog for us too, because you can't remember all that unless you do it all the time. It's easy to go back and just look real quick, Brian.
Yeah, we a lot of people don't realize, even like monitoring our patron site, those that are top tier or become patrons, they're always offering innovative stuff. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because when he's talking about watching that video, he did not mount it exactly like you did.
The 7
in the video.
pin
You
comms
did it,
port.
yeah, you did it specifically like the directions say, and
Right.
that's what we do for the videos. But Brian, just like other patrons, said, I want to mount it like this. And by watching the video, he knew the basis of how to do it. But then he used his own ingenuity to turn around and mount it in the dash. And then we turned around a week later and did it on my Road Glide. And because on the Road Glide, I primarily, I use it a lot, especially on long trips. I use the Senna free wire, which we sell in our store, which is a very popular seller. And then I also use a Senna S20. And so we mounted that 7-pin into the compartment on the Road Glide. So this video will show you the basic way to do it. But, the thing that is so impressive with the patron sites is people are actually, they use it to watch it, but then they say, hey, look what I did. I wanted something a little bit different, and I did it this way. And so understand, you guys can get this, and you can install this. I will tell you, I had a customer that told me that he wanted one of our headsets. And he didn't feel comfortable he apparently didn't know about our video, which is crazy because it's actually on our product page for the IMC headsets.
I know anything we have a video on, if it's in our store and it's something you're buying, we have the video embedded there.
Yeah,
so you can watch it right there.
This guy had went and installed the 7-pin, had a dealer do it, and he told me he paid $250 to have them install his 7-pin, and me and Brian did mine in an hour, and I'm thinking their shop time is like $85 an hour. How did you pay $250?
And my video is very detailed.
Yeah,
like there's nothing missing, right?
Yeah, and it worked very well. But it's kind of interesting, People will see that they'll see the headsets and or a video of the headsets, but then they'll go pay a dealer because they don't feel comfortable, but they don't realize if you guys really give it a shot, this isn't rocket science. Right. I mean, yeah, if you're taking a set of heads off and you're replacing the cam and stuff, I get it. But something like this, I mean, really our videos will walk you through, and that's our bread and butter. 95% is free. And the reason why we do that is because we're either trying to draw you into the 5% that we sell to help keep the lights on, or we're trying to sell you products. And with this, the reason why we did this was because we knew we were going to sell headsets. And what is our niche? What can we get people to use to buy our headsets? Because there's not a huge margin on those, but we sell a lot of them because of the fact that they're a lot cheaper than Harley-Davidsons.
And we offer a lot of free stuff when they want to support us, the community, because we show them how to save a bunch of money. So
literally they buy an $85 headset, IMC headset, and then they turn around, they get to watch this video and they install a 7-pin for free. And they've saved themselves, anywhere from whatever a dealer would charge, anywhere from $100 to $250. So, yeah, take advantage of it, people.
And what Rick's talking about, and Brian, I'll let you go. I know you have something to say. Is this what Rick's talking about? He didn't explain a lot. There is our Harley 7-pin DIN audio and comms port. The Street Glides don't come with them. The Ultras, the full Tourings do, so that you can use a 7-pin headset. You can get that over at lawabidingbreaker.com/spell it out 7-pin install. Go ahead, Brian.
I just wanted to say that in watching the videos and everything, it makes things so much easier to go in and do things on your own. And even if you just read through the instructions like we were today on installing the stage 1 air intake, the instructions called for taking the gas tank off.
Right. And a couple other things.
Oh, yeah.
The way the steps, and we're like, that makes no sense. Let's make this easier for people. And we went back and did it different, didn't we? And we took new shots. We filmed new shots and go, you know what? Those instructions are stupid. Let's make it easier than that for guys.
Well, it makes me look and think about those were Harley instructions for the Harley Screaming Eagle Stage 1. And it just gives regular shop rates for them. So there's no reason to pull the gas tank off, but that would increase their shop time.
Correct. Yes.
Well, I question whether they ever pull off the tank.
They don't.
They may charge that's that whole, this job is a 2-hour job. And then they're done and you're like, oh, wow, they really hustled. It's done in an hour. Great. And they don't realize, I mean, let's face it, you don't need to take the tank off to put on a stage 1 air cleaner.
You do if you do a 14. I did it on my video when I did my switches.
This 17,
correct, but
was
some
not
you do.
Needed.
And see, that's Harley. That's the beast. They didn't change the instructions because you do need to do it for 14, but they didn't realize they designed it different for 17, and we figured it out. You don't need to, but you did it for 14. See what I'm saying? They don't update their instructions, and this is the kind of shit that that drives people nuts. And the reason we do the videos, but good points. Very good points. All right. So Brian, let's get into your bike. What now? You had a
dream sequence.
Have you? Yeah, oh yeah. Did you have a? Have you ever had a Harley before this Harley?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I went from a
Vespa.
No.
Okay.
Actually, I went from a V-Star 1300.
He went from a Mongoose bicycle.
Bikes.
Yeah.
Before and dirt bikes. I went to a V-Star 1300 Tour, and then I bought in 2013 a Victory cross country tour.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what you had when I met you.
Yep, it was a great big, nice touring bike with the trunk, the lowers, everything, and it was great for long distances. And as I got closer to retirement, I started looking, and especially when I heard Victory was Polaris was no longer going to make Victory motorcycles, I started looking at the Harley-Davidsons, and I started looking at the Road Glide because I had never seen the frame-mounted fairing.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Direct that right in. Matt won't have to get your modulation. You can bend that mic down so it's straight on your lips. There you go.
Okay. He loves it when it touches his lips.
Right, he like straight on your lips. Make sure it's... Yeah.
I got the whiskers, so it's like jumping all over the place.
That'll make Matt, the producer, very happy if you have good voice modulation. Yes, modulation. Go
okay.
ahead. So how long do you have your Victory?
I had my Victory for a little over 4 years.
All right. Let me ask you this. Riddle me this. So you had metrics too, you said, right? You had
I had sport bikes before.
Okay. And then, so tell me that again. Victory, how long?
About 4 years.
4 years, okay.
4 years.
So when you're going from metric, what made you go from metric? Let's take it back. Let's take it back. I know you want it, Rick. Let's take it back.
Oh, it's so glorious. I just really want to know why he chose the Victory in the first place over the Harley.
Oh, good question. Let's hold that. That's a good question. That's next. First question, why did you go from metric and then get into American made like Victory?
Well, I went from the sport bikes into a V-Star because I was just getting back into doing a lot of riding and wanted something more of a touring bike that would allow me to have some comfort.
Right.
Rather than that upright, bent over, all your weight resting on your hands positions that you have in the sport bikes.
Teenager bike. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I went to V-Star, had that for a while, gave that up to my brother and bought a new Victory and wanted to have the Victory for doing long distance trips.
Okay, but hang on here. Sorry, I'm cutting you off because I want to dig.
Okay.
I want to dig because this is important. And, we support Victory. I support V-Star. I don't care. You guys know we love Victory. I think they were fine. What happened with Polaris is a whole different deal. But I support all motorcycles here. I'm just generally curious, and I'm not asking, I guess, why, because V-Star could have went cross country. Why would your statement was I picked Victory to go cross country, but V-Star could have did that. So what's the deal there?
Well, when I bought the Victory, I liked the looks, the styling of it. It was an American-made V-twin, big touring bike,
right?
Nice big motor, 106 cubic inch.
Much bigger than the V-Star.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point.
So
yes.
It had a lot of storage, 41.1 gallons of storage space on it. So great big trunk. It had 2 big saddlebags, had the lowers that had storage in each side, had cruise control, heated grips, heated seats. Just a lot of
a lot more than the V-Star.
Yeah, the V-Star
so loaded, right?
Had nothing like that.
Pretty stripped down. You could ride cross country on it, but it's not going to be as great as riding it on a Victory. Is that fair?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So that was one. You wanted to get into a little farther riding and touring.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
And I liked the styling of the Victory cross country. It's not like the Victory Vision where it's all one piece kind of.
And I'm sorry,
the Star Trek
that bike. And I'm sorry.
I always
if
think
you
of
have
the
one
George
out there,
Jetson
and you're listening, we're not dogging you. Everybody has their own taste. Me personally, that is not a great looking bike. I've just looked at it in person a couple times. I was like, what are they doing? Again, we support you if that's what you have. Everybody gets to ride their own bike. This is just my opinion of the looks. Yes.
Another thing I liked about the Victory was the one fluid reservoir. Everything was together. It was air cooled and oil cooled.
Okay.
So I had asked.
What do you mean by one reservoir for the audience?
It was all, you had one
Fill hole.
for the oil.
For
Yeah.
oil.
Right,
Yep.
correct. Just like-
everything's together.
Yes. So it's one drain, you drain everything, not two plugs or
Right.
three plugs like the Harley. So you like the fact that I have one. Why is that? Because you were going to do your own services or what?
Yeah. It just,
Okay.
and it made things easier. It seemed like the air cool and the oil cooling, because I had actually done some research and asked and checked on why didn't they water cool the Victories, and they said we don't need to. We found with the engineering and all of the testing they had done, the air cooling and the oil cooling cooled both cylinders really well.
But Harley does that too. So what's the difference?
Well, and I don't know if Harley did back then or not.
When you bought that. Right. No, I don't.
So-
I don't know the exact. I'm just generally
Right.
curious. Right. Right.
And I had looked at Harleys at the time, and the Harleys that were similarly equipped as the Victory were about $5,000 more.
Yes, sir.
So,
Price goes into it.
yeah. So I was moving from a $13,000 motorcycle to about a $23,000 motorcycle.
Right. Making the jump.
Yeah. So it was, a whole $10,000 jump. I didn't want to jump all the way to Harley.
I'm
at
tracking.
that point. So
And I think you made a good jump. I think the Victory was an awesome bike.
it was great for what I wanted to do and for the performance. Big Daddy and I and my brother all rode down to Vegas,
Right.
and it was fantastic on that ride.
Hell yeah. I bet it was a comfy bike. There's nothing wrong. And again, there's still going to be a lot of Victories out there.
There are, and you got to remember, Victory, rest in peace, Mr. Victory.
P.
They were very aggressive towards military. It used to be just military, but now it's military and law enforcement. They offered some really great
R.I.P.
rebucks.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pour.
I'm gonna have a drink
pour
to
this
Victory.
whiskey out right now over my dead homie Victory.
Let's drink to the dead. All right. Victory. Poor Victory.
But they were really aggressive. You got to remember, I mean, a lot of dealers were still really marking up Harleys. And I remember when Brian bought that, and we rode down to Pendleton. We took the back way down to Pendleton, and he was like, "Man, they gave me $1,000 for being a Marine."
Oh,
and
$1,000 off and another $500 in accessories.
So, I mean, Victory up until even now, even Indian has the Honoring Our Heroes deal. So they're cheaper bikes than the Harleys of the equivalent, but at the same point, they offer really great, incentives. I mean, and so if somebody's going from a Honda or Yamaha or a Triumph or any kind of bike, and you're getting into an American-made bike, I mean, it's kind of hard not to, you think, oh, I can buy this and I get $1,000 off. But what I learned from my Magnum is the resale, you end up losing more than that $1,000. Yeah, you get $1,000 off or $2,000. Sometimes they have $2,000 specials like they did with my Magnum.
Because Rick, if everybody remembers, Big Daddy had for a short time Victory Magnum. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
about a year.
Yep.
And I loved the bike. It was a great bike. I loved the looks of it. And they gave me $2,000 off between the special that they were running plus the LEO special. But when I turned around and got ready to trade that in, even though I said I wasn't going to, but I decided, I can't. I already got Chola. I can't afford 2 touring bikes. But I got bit in the shorts with the whole trade-in value. I mean, so yeah, you pay less at the beginning, but let's face it, these Victories and Indians do not hold, and I'm not hating on them.
We love them. We love them.
I love the Victories, and I really like the looks of the Indian. Every time
It's
I
just
look
a
at
fact.
every
Right.
time I look at Indian John's Chieftain, I think, God, that thing's growing on me. But I would never. I don't think I'll ever go that route again unless it's just another bike that I know that, as long as I have my Harleys, of course. But the thing for me is, yeah, you save some money on the front end, but when you go to trade that thing in, they do not hold their value compared to the Harleys. They just
stinks
don't.
on the back end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, I lost more than the $2,000 that I got in incentives on the back end. So if you're going to do that, just like we've talked before, these Victories that are selling right now because they're going out of business and they're offering phenomenal deals, just plan on keeping it for a long time. That's the only way you're really going to get it worth it. Because if you keep it for a year or two, maybe even 3 years, you're never going to get the depreciation is just horrible right now.
Hey, guess who is in the studio, bro?
Oh, Gangsta Buddy.
Buddy killed a cat recently.
Yo, here it is. My name is Buddy, and I like to kill. If you have a cat, I'm going to change you still. I'm going to change your mind. I'm going to make you love it because I'm Buddy, and I'm a cat killer. That was stupid.
It's great.
That was stupid.
But it's off the fly, dude. Buddy, yes, we talked about it. I don't know if Matt will put that. Anyways, Buddy, yes.
He's got his pimp cane.
There's
right
only
now.
one thing in the world weaker than Buddy, the studio dog, who is a cockapoo. All you normal listeners, a cockapoo. He killed a kitty that was a quarter of his size recently, and he's walking around thinking he's all badass, strutting through the studio here. I'm a killer. Oh, God. So
he actually talked to me earlier today. He's getting his teardrop tattoo next week.
Nice, dude. Yeah. Nice. He's going to do prison time. He's out on bail right now. Straight up out on bail. Buddy.
Buddy, you shouldn't have done that.
Look at him sniffing around. What? Who, me? Yeah, he can only kill something that is a quarter his size. He's got no other mean bones in his body, but apparently, look at him. He's just staring at Brian.
He's staring me down.
He is staring you down.
He does not like pussy.
I wouldn't look him in the eyes too much. That cat looked him in the eyes 1 second too long.
Yeah, I'm afraid he's going to go for my throat.
He will. He'll straight up go. He'll put 2 teardrops on then. Straight up.
I heard, I don't know if it's true, but I heard a rumor that Buddy studied Kyle McGraw. I mean, I heard that rumor. I don't know if it's true, but...
Oh, my God, dude. It's so ridiculous, Buddy. I can't believe it because you were so sweet before that. It took a little bit of innocence away from him, dude. Straight up. I don't know.
I noticed his collar is like now gold chains. So.
Yeah, right. He's just got straight up gangster gold chains. I love it. Oh, God. Okay, let's get back on track. Brian, so we switched from metric to victory. We talked a little bit about victory, and Rick's got the experience with the victory.
Yeah, I felt that when I traded the victory in and bought the Harley. And I think a part of that, the reason that they took a dive there was everybody knows they're not making them anymore.
Yep.
So it's not collector, status at all. So they just nosedived in the value.
Mm-hmm.
And I had originally thought, okay, I'm retiring, I'm doing well, I can go and buy the Harley and still keep the victory so I don't take it in the shorts on it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I sat there and looked like, okay, am I really going to ride it anymore again?
Right.
And I went and I test drove the Street Glide Special and the Road Glide Special with the Milwaukee-Eight 107s, and I really liked the response of them, especially the torque difference between the Milwaukee-Eight and the Victory was just off the charts. So I bought the Road Glide.
So you're impressed with the Harley?
Oh,
and just the takeoff, the Milwaukee-Eight. It is impressive.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's impressive. The torque through, all the gears.
Mm-hmm.
It blew the Victory away.
Excuse me, Brian. This is
good to know.
Dirk Diggler from High Times Magazine. Why did you choose the Harley and not look towards the Indian, being a Polaris guy?
Good question. Good.
Because I already took it in the sphincter from
You pissed off at Polaris, are you?
The first time.
I'd be pissed off at Polaris too.
And it's amazing how many people commented to that 100,000 views that they're like,
video, yeah.
I love my Victory, but I'm never going to buy the Indian because of what they did to Victory, and I'm going Harley. And we saw a lot of comments like that, Ryan.
Yep, you're right.
A lot of emails like that. So,
and we did a full podcast on that very subject, me and Justin. So kick back in the episodes, guys. We talked about Victory in depth, about our thoughts about Polaris and their followers. So yeah, good question though.
And I really liked my Victory. I enjoyed it while I had it, but it truthfully was not the bike that the new Road Glide Special with the Milwaukee-Eight is.
Right.
And I looked at how much long distance travel I did versus how much running around town I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about getting a Road Glide Ultra, but I didn't like the idea of having the the lowers all the time because on the new
Yes.
Road Glide Ultras, they're water cooled for the head.
That's where the radiators are in the lowers on the new Road
Exactly.
Glide Ultra. Yeah, good call.
So I thought, well, I really don't need the lowers that much. So I went with the Road Glide Special, and it wasn't a cost deal. It was the needs.
Right. Let me ask you this. So interesting. And Rick brought it up. So I'm gonna spur off that question. You didn't pick the Indian. Is that strictly because you're pissed off at Polaris about what they did to just kill in the victory line, or what?
Didn't
or
like
just
the
like,
looks, or
yeah, right, yeah, good call.
because they are torquey as heck. I mean, I will agree.
Yeah, the
with
111
him.
Thunderstroke is a good bike.
I will tell him that victory reminded me more of a metric type bike where the higher RPMs, it was better than the Harley. But I will tell you that Magnum at no time ever compared to the torque that I saw on my 103.
And Rick has a 2016 Street Glide Special now.
Yeah, and I have a 2001 Road King, and before
right.
that a 14 Ultra that I rode for.
But I mean, we're comparing it though to the 103.
Yeah,
right.
And I will tell you that victory never had the torque. That was one of my biggest complaints. Is it always seemed kind of weak in the lower end RPM range.
Right.
And I have to state that I have taken the blame for 3 of Rick's bikes. The last
course.
3, actually. So, which I deservedly take blame for. So,
And Brian, I don't know if we've told you guys before, he talks about retirement in this episode and stuff. He's a retired Leo. How many years?
28.
28 years as a Leo. So he's enjoying and getting involved with Law Abiding Biker Media. So you guys will be seeing him in some videos coming up because we filmed today. You'll be seeing his beautiful face and his beautiful goatee. He was combing his goatee today, bro. You know what he should do?
I told him to
wanted
grow
to
it
walk
down
her-
like Chewy did.
Yeah.
It keeps trying to curl. So
Right.
That's why I comb it out. So
That's why you got to use Bug Slide. You put Bug Slide in
We
it and
did,
help
yeah.
straighten it
and
out.
I used a little bug slide in the goatee today.
That was sweet. You know what you should do for a new style, club style? Just look like a gangsta dude. Instead of, how they used to keep the comb up in the hair and the afro, just keep a comb in your goatee, bro. Just let it stand there.
I want him to
find
just
one
have
of
a
the
single braid right down the center.
You and Buddy can roll together that way, bro, with his gold chain.
Yeah, I want to find one of those little mustache combs that I can just stick in there.
That would be sweet, dude. Just
Kind
walk
of like the picks.
Yeah. How cool would that be, dude? We got to do that. No, that's funny shit right there.
All right, so let's take it back again because why didn't you choose the Indian? And you said
I looked at the Indians and I liked the looks kind of the Indians. I really don't like all the skirted wheels.
Thank you.
So much.
Me neither. I love it, and
and
I love Indian. I think they're wonderful bikes. I know that pisses some people off when I say that. That's strictly a looks thing for me.
Right.
I don't think Indian is a bad bike at all. I do not like, me personally, I don't like the skirts and stuff. It's too much for me. It looks a little just overkill for that. But that's me. That's me.
And
just me.
I really
Don't
like the different colored seats. I don't like the
Right.
seats. That's just another thing. It's just a visual
Correct.
thing with me that
It's a
I didn't
visual
like.
thing. Yes.
I was still a bit butthurt about, Victory being canceled by them. But when I rode the Road Glide Special, I really liked it and the way it felt, the way it responded, and everything else. And riding the Road Glide, for anybody who's never ridden one, that frame-mounted fairing was a completely different feel that I really liked and enjoyed. And as soon as I rode it, it was like, okay, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah. So you went and took it on a test ride, did you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I rode both the Street Glide Special and the Road Glide Special.
Okay, cool.
So, because I was, kind of up in the air on which one I wanted.
A lot of people are, yeah. They're so close. I mean, they're the same bike minus the fairing, yes.
Yeah, it's just difference in the fairing and handlebars for the most part. So
Right, yeah. What'd you think about those? So, all right, so I get it. Do you have any other questions on the switcheroo?
Well, yeah, I was along with his journey on this thing because he kept me up to date of what was going on when he was up in Spokane. He was looking, which he didn't end up buying there.
When you guys woke up in the morning next to each other, did you talk about
you
it?
weren't supposed to say that.
I couldn't figure out why Brian had all kinds of peanut butter all over his face.
Would you wipe that peanut butter off already?
If we're going to talk about emotional stuff, can you at least take the peanut butter out of your beard?
We're getting way off track. Go ahead.
You, sir, are not professional. When I listen to a podcast, I would really like to have you guys not joking stuff.
And you
Just
are
keep
law
to the
enforcement
facts.
officers. You guys are not to have fun. You are robots, and you should not have fun off duty.
You, sir, are not a gentleman.
You
the
are
way
not.
You were talking.
You are not to have fun as a law enforcement officer off duty. It is not cool for you to have fun.
But he's
a long story.
I'll be honest with you. He surprised me when he sent me the text saying he was test driving Road Glides and Street Glide Specials.
Yeah,
because he didn't. He was kind of going undercover. He was kind of doing it on the sly.
Hashtag Brian Underground. Hashtag.
And then when after he tested it, he sent me the picture and he goes, "Hey, I'm test riding this. What do you think?" And like I told him, I said, now guys, don't send in a bunch of hate mail, but I never for years cared for the looks of the Road Glides. But when they changed that shark nose in 2014, it's ever since then I liked it. Not to say that I don't appreciate the 13s and olders, but there's something about the way that they changed it with the edge, the headlights different. I really liked it. I always did, but I'd never ridden one. And of course, they
fixed the look of them, thank God.
Yeah.
Because they used to be ugly as shit. To me, of my opinion. Don't kill me.
But the people that had them,
I know,
praised them clear back 10 years, 15 years ago. You were either Road Glide or you weren't. I mean, people that had them say, yeah, they're fantastic. And Cuz is always, shout out to Cuz. He's always preached how good they were.
Because he's a freak.
Baker, our brother Baker, he loved his. But what got me
They took a year off. Remember that, though?
Yeah.
They took 14 off for a reason because they weren't selling very many, and they had to completely redesign it so they actually looked cool, and they did a great job. Go ahead. Sorry.
But when Matt bought his and that blue one, that's when I bought mine. I was going to buy, I actually texted Matt and I said, do you care if I buy the exact same bike as you? Same color. Because that's what I wanted, that blue. Mm-hmm. And I got there and the bike wasn't there. They said, we took it to the auction. We had it for like 3 weeks. It didn't sell. So we decided just to take it to the auction. But we have this maroon colored one. And so I jumped all over that. But when Matt literally told me who had a Street Glide Special, and he's ridden lots of bikes, and he told me, he goes, this thing rides phenomenal. And then when he turned around, and so I get him going and testing and trying the Street Glide, which was the fairing moves, obviously. Mm-hmm. And so he gave that a shot because that's what he was used to with the Victory.
Right.
But then when he told me...
A fairing that's affixed to the fork so it turns with the forks, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm, yeah. And when he told me, no, trust me, I tried them both, and this Road Glide is the stuff. And that's when I decided to go test ride one. And so I get what he's saying. It's a completely different... I told you today when we were filming, this Road Glide Special is the smoothest damn bike I've ever ridden in my life.
Yeah, they are smooth. Yep.
And I really noticed with the wind and stuff, you don't get the buffet that you feel in your bars because it transitions right through the frame.
Right.
And it actually feels a little more nimble as you're moving. And some of the research that I had done, guys said the Road Glide Special is a little more aggressive for riding just because the way the feel and the setup, the way you sit on it, you can change bars and do everything else on a Street Glide, but the Road Glide is more set for that initially.
Right. Yeah, makes sense.
And that's what, initially when I got it, and you can ask Big Daddy about it, I'm like, I'm not going to change a whole lot of stuff. I got this done, I got this done, but I continue to do more and more and more. Right.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me. We were busting your balls a little bit because that's what we do around here. Of course, we did it behind your back and backstabbed you because it's fun. But we'll do it publicly now. But no, we were just teasing about.
It's the same thing we've talked about.
Right.
He was like, literally, I'm keeping this all stock. I'm happy with it. And he did with his Victory too.
That's a sin with a Harley. Nobody keeps a Harley stock.
Everybody who buys a Harley gets bit. That's the thing that I love about Harley-Davidson. That's why I have it tattooed across my top of my chest. Because with Harleys, you can really do anything you want. There are so many manufacturers. That's the thing I didn't like about the Victory is there was really only two major companies.
There wasn't a lot of money in it for them, right? Yeah.
And versus Harley, you can do whatever you want. You want to make it black? Go black. You want to make it chrome? Go chrome. I mean,
and you have 35 companies to choose from for the same parts. You know, they're just you can get anything you want.
And let's face it, Brian had fun buying shit.
Right,
he's having fun buying shit.
He did get it all at cost at lab cost, so he's pretty like a Vance and Hines dealer.
But
pack.
Too,
that's good.
I keep saving a lot of money by going through lab, you know, in buying all of the parts that I'm using and saving money in all of the installs.
Yes, right.
Either watching videos or coming here and doing it with you guys.
Yep, and we love having you involved.
And it's so much better. Like Rick was mentioning, the Victory, the aftermarket stuff for Victories, there wasn't a whole lot.
Yep, I know.
A few karaoke things.
There just wasn't money in it for the companies.
Nope.
There wasn't enough Victories on the road, for people to make it worth R&D and developing products for Victory.
And they had Victories out for 17 years.
I know.
But still never did much.
No, because and the market told you that's, that's the market telling you that Victory wasn't in the hands of a ton of people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because trust me, they would have made parts, but that's a good point. It was difficult to get a lot of, Harley, sky's the limit. You can get a frickin' 14 karat gold ignition switch if you want to be. It's just ridiculous.
Motorcycle guys, the minority is really the guy that just wants the bike and ride it as it is. And that is the minority, I think.
Without one change. I mean, even simple changes, I want a better seat. I mean, this,
I think the majority of guys that buy Harleys is typical guy that likes to tinker with stuff. And they like to work on their stuff and they like to learn.
And it's exciting to shop for new stuff.
And look at what our lab videos show.
Own.
Yeah.
Right.
You make it your own. And Harley has been fantastic about that. I mean, you go onto the Harley site, when you're looking at a bike, the first tab that you usually see when you're looking at a bike, customize it. They know that that's money for them.
That's where they make their money. It's not through sales of bikes. That's not their biggest income. It's through that service, clothes and accessories. That's where Harley makes its money.
Yeah. And Brian got bit by the bug. And I love it because I love seeing what he does to his bike. And I love seeing what you've done to your bike. And
he brings it up here so I can film it.
Yeah. I mean, I just love seeing that kind of stuff where people are working on their bike and we see it every day in emails. Hey, I just want to give a shout out to you guys. I watched your oil change video and man, I just saved $350 from the dealer doing this.
I thought it was complicated.
Go buy some Fang lights.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've got Fang lights on order right now.
Yeah, so it's cool. But, Brian, when he made that decision, I told him, I said, hey, dude, before you buy from that dealer, you really need to go down to the local dealer where Matt and I and Cuz bought bikes I told him to go see Dusty, and I'll give Dusty a shout out. I know he listens, and he's a salesman there at Rattlesnake.
Mm-hmm. Rock on.
And I said, go see him. He ended up meeting an old high school friend and buying from him instead. But I said, go talk to these guys because they are aggressive. I mean, that's Kennewick dealer is very aggressive. Mm-hmm. They want to be the top guy. They want to be, let's make our money on quantity, not on, trying to make them, obviously they want to make money, but they are a very quantity type dealership. And he did, and he got a deal that, I mean, sounds fantastic. They threw in a lot of extras for him and stuff like that. But Brian, tell us a little bit, like after you rode the Road Glide Special and you had ridden the Street Glide and you told us a little bit about the feel, but when you came home that night, what was your brain thinking like, this is the bike? I mean, what made it like, because that's a big commitment to go from Victory for 4 years. You've ridden that bike everywhere. You praised Victory so much. What was the final turnkey?
When he went home and rubbed one out.
Slow and leisurely.
That's
on
ridiculous.
A Tuesday.
Why don't you do this?
Well, yeah, it was a couple days later.
Why don't you do this, Rick?
Hey, 03D. Hey, bikeaholics. Searching for a new and exciting motorcycle products? 03D has just what you're looking for. Check out their wide variety of innovative products for Harley-Davidson motorcycles. 03D's got your back with chrome, lighting, and comfort products. No modifying, cutting, grinding, or welding for an easy installation. That equals less time installing and more time riding.
Yeehaw!
Zero 3D has a design team with over 40 years experience with a passion for design and innovation. These guys are bikers, and you've probably seen them at all the local events. They're at Laconia last week. They've been everywhere. Daytona.
Oh, yeah.
They are there, and they're installing products on site. They're awesome. These guys are bikers, and they care about bikers just like you. They pride themselves on great customer service. You got a question? Hell, I'll tell you, they're the best in customer service. Get in touch with them via email at sales@zero3d.com or give them a call at 715-808-0027. Zero 3D is distributed in the United States by Drag Specialties, in Europe by Parts Europe and Zodiac, and in Asia by Twin Art. Check them out your local Harley-Davidson dealership and ask for Zero Parts. Or, we prefer, head on over and check them out on our site at www.lawabidingbiker.com/Zero. And if you see them at events, tell them that we sent you, because they are very close friends of ours. We have a very close relationship, and they've been one of the best things that's happened with us. It's just fantastic.
And don't forget, guys, we like him so much, we became a dealer ourselves. lawabidingbiker.com/store. We have their stuff right in our store. Big Daddy Kane selling the schnizzle out of Zero stuff. He's got it in stock, ready to ship to you direct right this very moment. What are you waiting for? Do it. Do it right now. There you go, guys. Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Yep, we became a dealer because we like him so much. Ain't that right,
Yeah,
Ricky?
and we only became a dealer after we tested their stuff.
Correct. We're like, okay, this is the schnizzle.
We
This
tell
stuff's
people
good.
this all the time. There are places that just sell stuff because they want as many products as they can. We get at least 5 to 10 a week of people trying to come to us saying, hey, will you sell this product? Hey, will you do a review video for us? No, we got their stuff. We tested it. We believed in it. And their design team, it's funny that we put that in there because they do have over 40 years of experience. But I'm going to tell you, their design team are guys from some of the major well-known companies that went over to them, and they're doing something just a bit different than the others. And it's fantastic. I mean, they are just great people. Kelsey, Arrow, their rep, Bob, that deals with us with the advertising, absolutely fantastic people. They actually care about us. They care about bikers, and they care in general about, they want to be the top dog, and they're going to do everything they can to do it. And I love it. Their quality is fantastic.
All right, Brian, do you remember the question?
So you're sitting at home. You just did a slow and leisurely, which is code for
rubbing it out.
Yeah. Or my girlfriend went out with her girlfriends.
Yep, punching the clown, right? Yeah.
Pulling the goalie.
Pulling the goalie.
And so you're sitting at
So
home
immature.
after you've test rode these, and you're having yourself a Coors Light, and you literally
Moose Drool.
Well, he used to drink Coors Light on the golf course all the time.
And I do at the golf course once in a while, but I need better aiming fluid.
Okay,
Correct.
so he's drinking his Moose Drool. Or his Iron Horse Brewery, the unofficial beer and place in Ellensburg, Irish Death of Law Abiding Biker. You should sponsor us, Irish Death.
No doubt.
Iron Horse Brewery, you should sponsor us.
Here, in fact.
Nice, Brian.
So you get home after spending all day with your brother over in Spokane. Mm-hmm. You both test ride these bikes. You get home. You do slow and leisurely. You take a shower. The soap suds feel so good that you accidentally touch yourself.
Again.
The Divinals song, I Touch Myself, goes through your head.
Oh, my God.
Oh, and I can see it now. That'll be my song.
You're going nowhere.
Yeah, I Touch Myself, Divinals. That's a song. And so you turn around, and I know at some point you walk out to your garage, and because every biker does this when you're looking at a new bike. You turn around, you just got back after cheating on your victory, and you go out to the garage, and you're looking at your victory with your Irish Death. And at some point you have the epiphany. Tell us about that moment. You're like, that's it. I've decided I'm going to the Rogue Glide.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I pretty much exactly what you said, other than all of the other.
Did it start with this?
It did start with a shower and soap, but
you guys are too immature. I tuned into you because I thought this was a serious motorcycle podcast. It is, people, but we got to have fun. And that's why 95% of you love us because of that, because we actually do have fun.
That's right.
I loved when I did the test ride. I rode the Street Glide first. I rode the Road Glide after, because I had ridden Road Kings. I had ridden a couple of other street glides before, and I really liked the feel and the positioning of the Road Glide versus the street glide. I got home and I kept looking at the Victory thinking, I'm going to keep it and I'm going to get the new Road Glide Special. But I mean, seriously, when you look at the Road Glide Special, it is a sexy looking bike.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like the look. After riding it, I like the performance of it, the new Milwaukee-Eight. And I thought, okay, I'm going to turn around and get one of these. But at that time, I thought I'm going to keep the Victory as well. Because
it didn't last long. The Victory.
No, it didn't last long.
He's looking at
Game
me.
over.
Game over.
Come on, gamer.
That's Pac-Man
What people
died,
don't
bro.
realize is that Brian is a techie just like you. He is a huge techie. And so today,
It's interesting because he got an Android.
he probably had
Sorry.
he likes
had
free
to.
enterprise. He
He
likes
likes open source viruses
source.
and malware. Yes.
But he probably had
Just
he
teasing
probably had a
Brian.
chubby all day working on that bike because
He did.
he is into techie stuff.
he had
I'm
a
sure.
smile on his face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed working on it.
I enjoyed it too.
So you're going to keep the Victory, and then you decided why? Because
Yeah.
I can add a luggage rack, I can add a backrest, I can do everything I want to do with this.
Exactly.
And so at that moment, other than feeling kind of happy downstairs, what was the final decision when you decided that's it, I'm closing the deal? Was it just because you had such a good experience with it, or was it because also did any of the Harley mystique buy into it? Because there are people that buy Victories and Indians because they're like, everybody has a Harley. I don't want to have a Harley. But there, to me, Harley is more than the bike. It's the history. If you ever go through that museum, you'll get it. And that for me is the thing with that.
Rick had a question in there. It started out with a question.
Yeah. It started out about what made me choose
Correct. Something
or
in there.
decide
Something in there was a question at
to
some
go with
point.
the Road Glide.
Yeah. So was it the, in addition to just riding it, did the Harley-Davidson history, us having Harleys and then you start riding with us, did any of that play a part?
It
Yeah,
did because
yeah,
this is
actually
what
it
his
did.
Harley dealer told him, Drew, when he looked at after he test rode the Road Glide.
It rubs the lotion on its skin. It does this whenever it's told.
And he's like, okay.
Look, I already rub lotion all the time. Look, I'm in.
I rub lotion in one area.
Brian's trying to answer the damn question and we're just immature. Go ahead, Brian.
Don't
I'm
use
sorry.
lotion. Brian don't use lotion down there because he likes it rough. He just puts it on his nipples.
This episode is going nowhere. Go ahead, Brian. Answer
it was,
seriously.
Seriously, it was a combination of so many things.
Right.
And one of the things back, I think it was probably around October or so, they had Harley and the Davidsons.
Oh, yeah. The special, huh?
Yeah. And
On Discovery,
I sat
yeah.
there and watched all of that, and it was a really good program.
History lesson.
And it really, opened my eyes to some of the other history. And again, my brother had a Harley. I've had several friends that have had Harleys. I wasn't all tied up in the Harley mystique at the time. I seriously thought Harley-Davidson charged a whole lot more for their product than they should.
And they do. They still do.
And and the whole upfitting side of it,
right.
they don't call them $100 for anything,
Right.
or for nothing. So I looked at a lot of that, but I really do like the motorcycles. I liked the options that I had for customizing it and making it my own. And even though I said I wasn't going to do a whole lot of this because I was trying to,
Right.
I am a retired guy. I'm on a fixed income, but I want to make it
Yours.
mine
Yes.
and just make it. I mean, that's why I've done
Well said.
all the things that I've done to it, to improve the performance, to make it my individual bike. I can step out, from a store or from a bar or anywhere and look and go, that one's mine.
Yeah.
So
that's what it's about. That's nice. Yeah. Because you didn't do anything to your Victor. You kept it pretty stock, right?
Yeah. It
completely
I
stock.
think I had one chrome attachment on it, and that was it.
See? And so, and that's interesting because, Rick talked about that where you thought maybe we were going to keep this one stock. And it's an easy road to go down, you know, when and luckily, like, so many we've talked about can do a lot of the labor right here, at Lab Media and stuff. And so you can get into some of those type, aftermarket type, stuff to improve your bike and still stay within that fixed income budget, so to speak, because that is a definite something that needs to be taken into account.
Dollars are important.
Yes, sir. Nice. What else? Do you have any other questions, Rick? Otherwise, we'll talk just briefly and about a few things. But
no, I think I'm good. I think he answered what we've already had these conversations. I mean, we could go into why did you choose the matte black instead of a color? Because originally, when he was looking at Spokane,
we got a little bit of time. These are good questions. That's why I want to know, where do we roll from here? Because we can do whatever we want.
Because when he sent the picture that he was looking at, it was not
denim
black. It was a colored bike.
Yeah, it was a candy with another color in it, a red.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons that I really didn't choose that was Harley-Davidson wanted an extra $3,000 for that paint job.
Yep.
And I sit there and I'm like, the practical side of me came back going, yeah, that paint job's not worth $3,000. But then I saw the black denim, and when I, moved around and took a good look at it, I loved the way the chrome really pops with that black denim paint.
Yes.
And
it does pop.
The contrast. I like it. And I looked at it and I talked to the dealers and I moved back and forth. I looked at a few different colors. Being a former jarhead, I really looked at the green color they had too, because it looked kind of like an OD green, only shiny. And I don't know what
Grunt
the official...
likes green.
Yes.
Grunt likes green.
Yeah, be careful. Killa's back in the studio.
Oh, yeah,
go ahead.
Killa's already giving you a look.
Again.
Don't even make eye contact with Killa.
Trying to hide. So.
Hey, you think you're tough because you're a Marine, Grunt?
Look at his
You don't understand. I'm stretching out right now. I'm ready to take you with my knife.
See how he rubs his junk on the carpet?
Yep.
He sprawls out and he drags his junk across the carpet.
Getting ready for a little Cov McGraw. So.
That's right. Brian's hiding so he doesn't look at Killa, dude. Why don't we thank these people right here? Because we love our patrons, but we love our patrons. We want to have you in the Facebook group. We want to have you involved as a patron. We want to send you t-shirts. We want you to get access to the videos. But if the only way you can support us is by a flat donation, we never balk out of flat donation.
No, not at all. We have Michael Bertocci of League City, Texas, Gary Lemons of Lake Charles, Louisiana, and of course, Steve Stratton, one of our patrons, also gave a donation from Stockton, California. Former Marine, too. I think he's a Marine as well.
Look at you, man. What a memory.
Yeah. Don Mason of Matawan, New Jersey. Lloyd Hill, substantial donation, unknown location. And Channing Rankin of Longview, Texas, who is also now a patron and has been very active in the store and bought some items.
Nicely done, bro. lawabidingbiker.com/donate. That's how you can get involved and help support us and be part of what we are trying to do, which is called the Biker Revolution. That's
and
right,
don't think
guys.
I didn't notice that that's my favorite TV show's theme song, dude. Don't even think for a second.
Me too, bro.
That's one of the best episodes we ever recorded, other than Wetty Wetty.
That's right.
Wetty Wetty, me and Jake rapping. That was probably my favorite. But my second was talking about chips.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about, God, the girls. The female officers were so hot with the feathered hair. Oh, God.
Back in the day. I still try to get my wife to have that feathered hairdo, but she won't do it. She's like, why? I'm like, don't worry about it.
We should have.
I just want you to have big bangs, and I want you to have feathered hair.
We need to have a club / lab Halloween party, and the theme needs to be 70s. And I want to see all the wives just come out with the feathered hair. That would be awesome.
Yeah, dude. That would be freaking sweet.
Bell bottoms.
Oh. All right. So let's, a couple more things, guys, and then we're going to take this episode out. So denim black, happy with that. Of course, bug slide is how we clean that today. Yes, it's safe on your denim paint, guys. And it is good. And I agree, because I talked to Brian today when we were putting, so we put, today we put Vance and Hines dresser duals, and we put Titan OS 450 slip-on mufflers. Now, we already have a video on that. Of course, we filmed it again. We're going to put out another video because it's on a Milwaukee-Eight motor and a bike, a 2017. So we're going to put that out. We filmed it all. That's forthcoming. But sounds really nice. And I asked Brian, I'm like, why didn't you go with the chrome, or why didn't you go with the black? Because a lot of guys that go denim black, that's the matte black, the primer black finish on Harley, they call it denim black. Why didn't you go with the black? And I have to agree with your reasoning. Go ahead.
Yeah, I really like the way the chrome pops with the denim black paint. It's like Big Daddy said, we went through and peeled off the reflectors on the front forks, and he did his tank slick, took off the Harley decal from it. But I like that chrome Harley decal on my tank because it, again, makes that
gives
pop.
it some depth. I agree. It gives it some depth. Yeah.
When I was getting the 450 OS slip-ons, I thought about getting the black tips on them to contrast with the paint and everything.
Better than a purple tip. Go ahead.
It the chrome still just, I mean, having the chrome pipes and the chrome tips just pops.
Yep, it does. I agree.
And you know, we're not seeing we do sell quite a bit of stuff for the 2017 touring bikes, but
Vance and Hines stuff.
Yeah,
right out of our store.
I still think a lot of people, and you and I were talking about the warranty stuff today and the act that helps cover that. But you know, there are a lot of people that aren't buying this stuff because they're being told by dealers, "Oh, you can't do nothing to it or avoids the warranty and stuff like that." But you know, changing the exhaust
and you just tell them this. Just have that app on your phone.
The act says they have to prove it is the dealership or / manufacturer to prove that is what caused any issues. But
yeah, we've been over it.
There are still a lot of dealers that are saying that, but luckily we have a good dealer, 2 good dealers up here in the Central Washington area
and most of them are around
don't
the
drink
US.
that Kool-Aid.
A few dirty dealerships, but yes. And we did an episode on that if you guys are interested, and I don't remember. Just search Milwaukee-Eight, but we did. They cannot void your warranty, guys. It's incorrect. We did a full episode on it, and I don't remember exactly what episode it was. Let me look at this. We're just getting the same results, but I'll look for it while we're talking. Go ahead. But it doesn't void your warranty, guys. You're golden. But anyways, your point being?
Well, the point being that, you know, Brian is stepping out and he's doing some excellent performance, heat reduction type stuff that he's doing to his bikes. And hopefully, you know, the 2017 stuff, we'll start seeing more of that. I know that we are selling a few things, but I think that this whole lawsuit and stuff kind of has hampered that a little bit and what dealers are saying. But, you know, I think
episode 125 is what it was.
Yeah.
Harley voiding warranties on Milwaukee-Eight for aftermarket exhaust and EFI tuners. It's fiction, guys. So hit up episode 125.
But I think he's going to be real happy with that FP3. It was very easy. You're not hooking it up to a laptop.
Vance and Hines Fuel Pack 3.
Yeah.
For those of you that are new to the podcast, it's an electronic fuel injection tuner.
Right through his phone, it was done in a matter of minutes.
Yep.
The thing
we sell
I like
the crap
about
out of those things in our store.
We do. I just had to order 10 more.
Yep.
And because I sold through so many so quick.
Our complete free video on how to get that thing
where
up
else
and running.
Can you buy a product from us and then you can watch literally a video for free on how to install it and you save yourself $85 an hour's worth, how long did it take us to install?
Yeah.
10 minutes?
Yeah. 10 minutes, yeah.
Including download. But the dealer's going to charge you an hour.
Minimum,
you know. But, you know, the thing is, it's kind of cool with this is that, you know, he's gonna love those dresser duals. It gives him a little bit more rumble. But at the same point in time, the reason why Vance and Hines is so good is because everything just fit. We didn't have any issues. And that's the thing I've always liked about Vance and Hines exhaust stuff is you know it's quality and you know it's just going to fit the first time, you know?
Yep. And if something happens once in a while, there's a manufacturer flaw, like every product, they're going to take care of you. And
they do. They have great customer service.
If there were to be something wrong, which is so rare with them, they'll take care of you in a heartbeat because it's just a factory flaw or something like that. But again, Rick's got it in the store, lawabidingbiker.com/store. Get your Vance and Hines stuff there, guys. All right. So we're getting long here, and I think we're doing good. But yeah, go ahead, Brian.
One thing when we did the new bars on my bike and put in the heated grips and stuff, do we want to mention anything about the the error codes.
Oh yeah, so that's good. So we have a lot of handlebar videos, guys. I've already mentioned it. lawabidingbiker.com/Harley handlebars. And we have the 4 install videos over there. Any bike, guys, it's going to work. You can pick the video of your choice. They all have many of the similar video files. But anyways, yeah. So Brian put what size handlebars on
11-inch.
11-inch handlebars. So
Road 6 Customs.
Road 6 Customs is what he put on it. And we've never had it before. Actually, we have had it before. It's just been a long time. So Matt wanted to revisit it. But once in a while, when you're installing handlebars, guys, you can throw a error code because you're unplugging a lot of stuff. What do you think the error code, the DTC, and we have a full free video on our website on how to clear DTC codes. Diagnostic trouble codes is what they are, guys.
And your FP3, you can actually review error codes.
And you can clear them.
But
you can clear them right if you have a fuel pack 3.
I hadn't had it in there yet.
Right.
So, I think it was probably because we hadn't pulled the main fuse, and then we did the disconnect from the battery as we spliced in the power wire for the heated grips down directly to the battery. We had disconnected long enough that it tripped the error codes.
Right.
But it was on everything, all of the error codes. And the way we noticed it was after everything was buttoned back up and I got ready to test ride the bike, the check engine light came on and would not clear. So we went back in, took a look, found the procedure for pulling the error codes, and you could see every one of them said Y for yes. And so we went through and reset each one.
And you did that just with the standard procedure that you can do with Harleys. It's easy to clear them.
Right.
And we have a free video on that on our website, guys. Just search the search bar DTC or diagnostic trouble code. We'll show you how to clear those codes.
And Lurch pulled it up on his laptop right there.
Oh, and looked up the error code.
And looked up the codes and goes, okay, this is what we got to do. We went through, did it.
Nice.
Cleared each one of them, fired it up. Boom, everything was fine.
Yep, and that's good. And I'm glad we brought that up. Is that stuff can happen, guys, just because you throw a DTC, diagnostic trouble code, doesn't mean that something's actually wrong. It just threw a code because it didn't know because you unplugged something. But that stuff can happen, and I'm glad you brought it up. And don't freak out. They just cleared the codes and good to go. Yeah.
Exactly.
Good call. We could, anything you want to talk about that's burning before we take it out? Because I could keep going. We're just bikers talking here. And
I think it's good. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast because, like the insurance one was very serious. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the stuff that we talk about, like the ride stuff and everything, this one here is just really just a good old fashioned 3 guys who enjoy bikes talking about bikes and, hey, why did you go from a Victory to a Harley? And what do you like about your bike? And what did we do today?
Because this is
badass. Yeah.
So this is just a fun episode, that I know a lot of people appreciate. So
yep, just bikers sitting around. Brian, anything else you want to throw out that we didn't get that's really important that you want to do?
Nope. I think it was great. Thank you guys so much for all the help.
The next, you betcha. Glad. Thanks for letting us film it. Thanks for coming up and getting your face and famous hands. He's gonna have famous hands like everybody else in the video.
Lloyd's of London Insurance.
That's right.
I have to do it I have to pay my premium every month.
I got his face in a few too. The next thing Brian's doing is he's got them on order right from our store is the Zero 3D LED signal conversions replacements. They're called Fangs, and they convert your halogen bulbs. Super simple. I have a video coming out on it, but they are awesome. They're white. Gives a little extra white light to the front of your bike, but yet when you turn your signals on, they actually turn yellow and amber. And the rear are red. These are LEDs, and they're plug and play. You simply plug them in where your bulb came out, and then you snap them into place, and you've got super bright LED lights. Super simple conversion. Again, I have a video coming out on it, but we do have those available in the Law Abiding Biker store. They're going like crazy since we put the video out, at least the YouTube live, and I'm going to be doing a follow-up video. I have the film in edit on how to install those. It's pretty simple, but they're LED light conversions. They're white, but they turn colors, and they are super bright. And there's no reason, guys, that you shouldn't have LED lights on your bikes, especially in the rear. So many people rear-end motorcycles, and of course we worry about that. They're on their cell phones. Anything you can do to increase the brightness in the back with a simple conversion that takes you 5 minutes like that, you're crazy not to be doing it, guys. So there you go. That is my, I guess that will be my call to action. So All right, guys, don't forget, leave us a voicemail, guys. We love those voicemails coming in if you want to get your topic on the show. And don't think that a question is stupid, guys. It's really not. If you're thinking it and you have a question, then somebody else out there in the community is thinking it too. And you can call us at 509-731-3548, leave a voicemail, or better yet, better quality, lawabidingbiker.com/voicemail. You can leave us a voicemail. Use the microphone built into your computer, high quality, and we can pull the file and play it and answer the question, because like I say, I guarantee somebody else in the community has that very question. So don't think it's stupid, guys. We're not going to trash you. We're not going to make fun of you. We're just going to simply answer the question. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Peace out.